When you find out that you have to give a speech, what do? Do you panic like a lot of people? Or do you just start writing, hoping that something will come to you? Or maybe you just wait and wait and wait. Well, what you might not realize is a speech is a lot like a building. There's a foundation and a structure that holds everything together. And once you understand this foundation and structure, putting a speech together is a lot easier. So that's what we're going to explore in this short video. Putting a speech together is not like writing a paper exactly, and yet it's kind of like writing a paper. So a lot of this might look familiar and take you back to your composition classes. So let's explore the foundation of a speech. It's based on these four parts: a purpose, an introduction, a body with main points and support material, and the conclusion. And let's start where every great speaker starts, and that is with a purpose. So it's always a good idea to begin with the end in mind. An effective speech has a clear takeaway point so the audience knows what they're supposed to leave with. Now, a purpose will differ, depending on the type of speech, but let's suffice it to say that great speakers do not do anything until they have this figured out. Have I said that enough? Great speakers can clearly articulate their purpose. And here's a little secret: they use it to guide them when they put their speech together. All right, the second part is the introduction, which oddly enough you write last. This makes up about 10 to 15% of the total amount of time in your speech. So effective introductions get the audience's attention. They connect the material to the audience so the audience knows why the content is relevant to them. They have some sort of credibility statement as evidence that the speaker does know what they're talking about. And the last thing they include is a preview, which is a list of the main points. All right, the third part is the body of the speech, which consists of main points and support material. To create these, effective speakers refer to their purpose and let it guide them as they begin to jot their ideas down. And to be effective, most speeches only have three main points. The final element of a speech is the conclusion or the wrap up. Like the introduction, you write this last. It is shorter than the introduction, usually a little less than 10% of the speech. Effective conclusions typically refer back to the attention getter, remind the audience of what's important. There's a review with main points, and lastly, there's some sort of closing statement. So there you have it. The next time you have to give a speech, just remember that the foundation and structure will hold everything together. Build your speech based on the purpose, an introduction, a body, and a conclusion. And what's next? Well, in future videos, I'll explore each one of these more in depth. And always subscribe because you don't want to miss a thing, and stay in touch on LinkedIn. We'll see you soon.